What's good, shawties? How we doing? It's been a long little minute since I've seen you, since we've talked. I know. Sorry. I finally finished school. I graduated. I'm a licensed esthetician. Honestly, things have been all everywhere upside down. I feel like let's have a girl talk. Yeah, I think that's what I've been missing is like our little girl talks because girl, life, I wouldn't say life is kicking my ass, but like life is really showing me what it means to be an adult. I was never ready for this conversation. They just threw me out there in the wind and said, "Get it together." And I was like, "What? Why?" So now I'm holding on to my little security necklace every chance I get. Every time something happens, I'm like, "Hello, anxiety? Can you leave me alone?" Yeah, but I think when it comes to let's talk about reinventing yourself and what that means exactly. I don't know what it means. We're figuring it out together and it's going to be what it's going to be, right? So, I don't know. I feel like we all grow up to have this certain image of ourselves that is an image that is created by our parents, by our peers, by our teachers, by everyone that we have ever learned from growing up. But I think once you hit about honestly 25, 21, 25, let's say 25, because if you go to college, I feel like you're still kind of you're inventing yourself, but you're still kind of under the influence of the people around you and whatnot. But I think when you hit 25 is when you really start to fully embrace adulthood. What are we stressing about? I mean, I guess life has stressful things, yes. Ugh. But like, you're just figuring out who you are. I've been stressed out because I'm like, I'm 25. Like, I gotta get shit done. I gotta get shit rolling. Da 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 da. I want to do this by the time I'm 30. 30 is around the corner. Nope. No, don't even, let's not even think about it like that. If you think about it honestly, 25 is so young. I just became an adult like 4 years ago. When I hit 21 was the first time I was like, oh yeah, I could drink, I could do this. Legally, I'm adult because I'm no longer a teenager. 20 is like the little like, that's the bridge crossing into adulthood. I just became an adult. Like think of it like that. Like you were literally still a teenager less than 5 years ago. What is the real big issue, huh? I feel like society wants us all to be like, oh my God, you're 25, you're halfway there, blah, 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 blah. Yes, we are halfway to 50, absolutely. But that doesn't stop nothing but a little. Girl, you know what? You know what? I can officially rent a car. I can rent a U-Haul at my age. I just became an adult. Literally, when I turned 25, I just became an adult because I couldn't do those things under the age of 25. You know what I can do now? I can drive for Uber now. Clock it. Couldn't do that under the age of 25. Not even gonna lie. My early 20s, late teens, early 20s was specifically about me investing in me. It was about figuring out where I am mentally, where I am spiritually, where I am emotionally. Full stop. I figured out what I believed in spiritually. What was my guiding compass? What is the thing that's going to make me be like, you know what, Yasmin? You wake up every day and you give grace, you give thanks, you give life, you give love, you give whatever you give. What is it that is going to make you do that? Found that out for myself. Mentally, you know, mentally, I figured out that I got some challenges. I got some things I need to fix. I got some ways about myself that are like, girl, go take a break for a moment. Honestly, don't put so much pressure on yourself because there's so much time to figure it out. Like, The women in their 30s are always telling us to chill out. Why do we not listen to them? And then the women in their 50s are like, girl, breathe. And we're not listening to them. Why? Why? I get you want to be a boss babe and a bad biddy. And I do too. We all want to be that. But at what expense? Are you going to be that at the expense of your mental health? Are you going to be that at the expense of your physical health? Are you going to be that at the expense of your spiritual health? No. Like, resting is okay. It's okay to take the time to rest, especially in these in-between periods where you don't really know what's going on. You're just trying to figure it out. You're trying to live your life while also learning how to navigate. Becoming an adult is hard. You are your own person, so take that into accountability next time you want to stress out. The internet is fake. Come on, girl. So stop judging yourself for where others are. You have no idea what they did to get there, okay? I think you understand my point. And my point essentially is to just chill. Like, take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to actually like enjoy your life for a second, because you're not going to be this young forever. And you know, people say that all the time and whoop-de-woo and yada 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 yada, but like, it's true. Where you're not going to be 25, you're not going to be 21, you're not going to be 26, 30, 19, 20, 16. You're not going to be any of these ages forever unless you turn into a vampire. But that's a whole different story. We're not even talking about that right now. Right. Okay. When it comes to reinventing yourself, take your time. And there's no right or wrong. And you can do it as many times as you want. Girl, you know how many people I've been in this one little life of mine? Girl, I have been, whatever it is, you name it, I've probably been her. Whatever type of girl you want to be, go ahead and be that. Whatever type of person you want to be, go ahead and be that. No one's going to stop you. Nobody's paying attention that hard. And if they are, there's a reason that they're paying attention that hard. So you either, you give them something to pay attention to, or just ignore them. It don't even matter. They have your attention for a reason. What's the reason? What is the reason? We don't know. That's not up for us to know, obviously. Because if it was, we would know. But when it comes to reinventing yourself, I want you to take your time to really explore who you are. That's really all it is when reinventing yourself. Who are you and who do you want to be? Is this the best version of yourself, or is this the worst version of yourself? Or is it somewhere in the middle? I don't know. That's for you to find out. And I will be here doing the exact same thing, supporting you the whole way through, because that's what I'm here for. Everybody is just trying to figure it out. This life thing, it's not supposed to be that hard, but unfortunately, that's the way they set up the simulation. Unfortunately, that's the way that they set this up. You gotta work a little bit, you gotta sweat, things gotta be hard in the beginning, but they don't always have to be hard. They can be easy. They can run smoothly. But only if you give yourself the freedom and the time to allow them to do so. Okay? We're going to go on a little walk, and maybe I'll have some more things to say. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But if not, then thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week, because girl talk means something, and we need to have it more. Okay? I love you. I will catch you on the flip.